Hey, Angel here for mynexttablet.com. Today with an unboxing of the brand new Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. Let's get started. Alright, let's start the unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite that's available in Germany, where I am right now. In the US it's starting at $159, so this is quite an inexpensive tablet. Inside the box we get the tablet first. It looks very similar to the bigger Galaxy Tab A7. It has a mostly metal back, feels quite nice. Then we get a USB-C cable. The charger, of course, is included as well, and then like the paper stuff like warranty card and so on, and an SD card eject tool. And if you have the LTE version, which is available, I'm sure you can change the SIM card with that tool as well. Alright, as usual, since I shot the first part of this video, a couple of hours have passed already. I ran a couple of benchmarks and played with this tablet a bit so that I can tell you a bit more about the Galaxy Tab A7 Lite, and we're starting with the design. First of all, this is an 8.7-inch tablet, which is quite an unusual size. Usually we get 8-inch tablets, we had 8.4-inch already, and 7.9-inch tablets. 8.7 is very new. I like that the screen bezel here on the side is quite slim, so you can actually still hold it with one hand. I don't have a particularly big hands, they're relatively small even, I would say, and yeah, I can hold it quite nicely like this, which you will want to do if you're reading a book or something. The bezels on the top and bottom are a bit bigger. We don't have any physical buttons, of course, but there's a 2-megapixel camera on the front, and you can use that camera to unlock the tablet using facial recognition. So I quickly demonstrate that. It works quite well, especially in good light, but it won't be as secure as Apple's Face ID because there's no additional sensor. Then we go to the back of the tablet and we get a mostly metal back. At least I'm pretty sure this is metal, but we have plastic parts on the top and bottom. And this design looks quite similar to the bigger Galaxy Tab A7, which I have here. And it's the same basic design, but of course you can see one is much smaller. This is the Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. It's 8 millimeters thin and weighs 366 grams. So let's go around the tablet a bit. We've got a power button, volume rockers. On the bottom we've got a standard headphone jack, which is not that common anymore. And then there's a USB-C 2.0 port. That means you can't attach an external monitor or so, but most USB-C accessories will work. Then we get a speaker on this side and a speaker on this side, so we've got a real stereo separation, and in fact the sound quality is pretty good. I was surprised actually of how good the sound of this tablet is. For this size and this price, the sound is really nice. Of course, nothing compared with an iPad Pro, of course, but it's much cheaper. Then we've got a micro SD card slot over there, and that's it about the design. Now let's look at the 8.7-inch screen. Colors look nice, it's quite bright, and viewing angles are decent too, nothing to complain here. One downside, at least kind of a downside, is the resolution though. It's 1340 by 800 pixels. And on an 8.7-inch screen, that means it has the same pixel density as a standard 8-inch screen with a standard HD resolution. And that means that text don't look super sharp. It's just an HD resolution basically on 8 inches, which is not crazy high at all. It's usable, I think it's okay, but certainly not great. And if you're using a kind of up-to-date smartphone, even if you're using a cheap up-to-date smartphone, that one will be much sharper. And I think a comparison is fair because 8 inches you will hold them closer to your face than a 10-inch tablet. So yeah, not the sharpest screen, but other aspects of the screen are pretty good. Now one downside is that you can't watch Netflix in HD resolution. It has a wideband level of L3 only, and that means you can only watch Netflix with standard resolution. Now, since the screen resolution here is not that high anyways, it's not that big of a deal, you're not missing out too much, but it's still a bummer. On the other hand, the Lenovo Tab M8, which is a direct competitor, has the same problem. I'm sure you will ask me if I can use the S Pen on this screen, and no, the S Pen is not supported. This is the S Pen of the Galaxy Tab A7, but all S Pens are interchangeable, and yeah, it does not work. So this is not a tablet for note-taking. If you're looking for a great tablet for note-taking or for drawings and so on, you have to check out the Apple iPad mini or the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3, at least if you're looking for an 8-inch tablet for note-taking. Inside the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite sits the MediaTek Helio P22 processor with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage, and out of those, 12.6 GB are used by the system already. 4G LTE is an option as well. You can see my Geekbench 5 comparison here, which is quite interesting because the performance is noticeably better than on the Lenovo Tab M8 and Amazon Fire HD8 and HD8 Plus, which are both direct competitors. A little bit cheaper, but still direct competitors. However, the bigger Galaxy Tab A7 is noticeably faster too, and the Apple iPad mini and the Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3 are much faster than the Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. So this is clearly an entry-level tablet and certainly not suited if you're looking for a high-performing device. And that's what my little gaming test shows. I played this game called Ronin. It's a samurai game and it runs fine, but it is a simple game. This is certainly not a great Fortnite tablet or so. It's for basic, simpler games only. A bit of multitasking is possible actually. You can see me running here YouTube on one side and Google Chrome on the other, and I'm surfing the web a bit, and that works fine. But still, especially when closing apps or switching between apps, you certainly will feel that this is not crazy snappy. You will have to wait a couple of seconds sometimes. That's because it's an entry-level tablet and it really can't compete with higher-end devices like the iPad mini or the Galaxy Tab Active 3, which is the only 8-inch high-end Android tablet right now. This is certainly entry-level. What's certainly not entry-level is the software though, because it's running Android 11 out of the box. So the pretty most recent version, basically Android 11 with One UI 3.1, just like the other up-to-date Samsung tablets. And then are not that many customizations. Of course, there's the standard Samsung One UI stuff, but besides that, there are only a couple of apps pre-installed. Basically, the ones from Google, like Chrome, YouTube, and so on. Then there are some Samsung apps, like their own contacts, the Galaxy Shop. You can install many more Samsung apps when first starting this tablet, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you are a huge Samsung fan or so. Otherwise, just get your apps from the Google Play Store. The Samsung Notes app is pre-installed, but like I said, it does not support the S Pen. Then you also get Netflix, Spotify, YouTube Music, and I installed the Benchmark and Ronin the game myself. So the software is not that overloaded at all. It's actually quite lightweight. Alright, my first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite is pretty good. It's not totally amazing because this is just not the fastest, most powerful tablet out there, but it seems to be a decent lower end, maybe kind of mid-range tablet, but mostly lower end tablet. I like the 8-inch form factor a lot, and I will certainly use it as my reading device and my surfing device for a bit. It will take me a couple of weeks to fully test this tablet, play more games, just use it more outside especially. But my first impressions are okay. It's certainly better than the Lenovo Tab M8 because it's just running more up-to-date software and it's a bit snappier, faster. And it's also a bit pricier than the Lenovo Tab M8 and pricier than the Amazon Fire HD8 series. So if you're looking for a super cheap tablet, especially check out the Amazon 8-inch tablets. But yeah, if you're a Samsung fan, if you're looking to upgrade your Galaxy Tab A8.0 from, I believe, 2019, then you should certainly check out the Galaxy Tab A7. Especially in Europe, there haven't been many 8-inch tablets recently. If you're from the United States, you should compare it with other 8-inch Samsung tablets. Alright, if you have any questions, please write them in the comments because I will certainly read all the comments before I do my final review. So if you want me to check out something in particular, try something in particular, just write it down there. Alright, that's been my unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. Yeah, I will see you next time.